back with another episode of Local Roots. Hi, I'm Todd Studer. Well, did you get through the rainy day yesterday? I see that there is going to be one of those Chamber of Commerce days coming up on Saturday, talking about sunny, low 80s for a high. Oh, just an announcement that south of Council Bluffs, just off I-29 on Bungie Avenue, is a place called S&B Country Kennel. They have a fundraiser coming up this Saturday, and it's called PupperSlam II. It's professional wrestling coming over from Omaha, and they're raising money to help with rescue dog efforts at S&B Country Kennel. So I encourage you to go out there. We'll put a link to the tickets here in the description to the show. On today's program, we are going to bring you Tammy Francisco. She is with Mosaic of Western Iowa, and this is an organization that does some great work all across Southwest Iowa, and they're actually going to be expanding very soon up into Sioux City. So Tammy's going to be in to tell us more about that, about all the great work that they do, about the successful fundraiser they just had, all of that coming up on today's episode of Local Roots. Right now, I'd like to tell you that Castle & Associates of American Family Insurance is your local insurance provider for all of your home, auto, life, business, and farm insurance needs. With 4 convenient locations in Council Bluffs, Trainer, Bellevue, and Elkhorn, they are local and in your neighborhood, ready to help you navigate the complexities of insurance today. Travis and his team advise and simplify insurance, all to protect those things you cherish most. Give them a call for your free quote. And do you or does someone you love need in-home care? Home Care Advocacy Network helps you maintain your own privacy in your own space while still receiving care and support with a personalized touch. Aging in place can be critical for many people, and Home Care Advocacy Network can meet those needs with an understanding that assisted living is best at home. HCAN of Southwest Iowa brings the personal touch to care at home in Glenwood, Council Bluffs, Red Oak, Clarinda, and all the surrounding communities. Visit hcan.com/Southwest Iowa to learn more. Welcoming to the program this morning, it is Tammy Francisco with Mosaic in Western Iowa. Good morning, young lady. Always a great time when I get to see you, which typically is on Thursday mornings at the Council Bluffs Business Connection. And always looking forward to hearing what you have to say there, because you give great updates. I don't know if anybody's told you that, but you really give great updates on everything happening at Mosaic.
Well, thank you, Todd. I enjoy, it's always a pleasure seeing you any and everywhere, particularly there, but even throughout the community. And I appreciate hearing that I give good updates about Mosaic. That's part of my responsibility, is to share with the community the great things, the challenges, the aha moments that we are experiencing at Mosaic in Western Iowa. So that's what I try to do.
Let's begin with, because we've had you on before, but I want to remind people just what type of work it is that Mosaic in Western Iowa is doing.
So Mosaic in Western Iowa is a faith-based agency that serves persons with intellectual disabilities. We serve those with mental health concerns, behavioral health, and autism. And so we are a nonprofit organization who strives to serve the needs of the persons in the community who sometimes are not seen. So we want to make sure that they're seen. So that's my ultimate goal.
I think that with what we have seen, especially around Iowa over the last, 10 or 15 years, every time that we turn around, it seems we're losing another facility. Exactly. And we're losing more beds and more places for folks that you serve can go. And that's why I think that what you're doing is even more critical than ever, because this is, as you said, this is a population that sometimes flies under the radar, and we don't really pay attention to what we should be paying attention to. And so Mosaic in Western Iowa being out there to help fill in some of these gaps, I think, is critical.
Exactly. So we have transition our services from the Mosaic group home to the Mosaic at home program. And so what we did is we transitioned our persons who were living in the group homes into the Mosaic at home setting because of the research benefits that we've measured. And the benefit is not only to the person we serve, but also to the host home family that they live with, but most importantly to the community in which they live. So that's the model that we're following right now. there's so much uncertainty that our person serves are facing simply because each of them qualify for the Medicaid benefit. And so with the things happening at the federal level, it's just uncertainty. And we want to make sure that our person served don't have to have that uncertainty. And so that's part of what I do. I get out and I share about the great things that are happening for those we serve, but also I share the needs that they have as well. And right now, the need is the uncertainty facing our biggest need is the uncertainty that we're facing with the Medicaid benefit, and nobody likes facing and dealing with uncertainty. So that's where I really have twofold in my position. I'm the face of Mosaic in Western Iowa as I get out in the community and share about everything that Mosaic in Western Iowa is doing. And also, I'm the fundraiser on the other side. We do have one annual event. We just had it May 8th. It's called our Partners and Possibilities event. We hosted it at St. John Lutheran there on Willow Avenue, right in Council Bluffs. And we did raise a good amount. And that money, I want to let people know that goes directly to those we serve. There are no administrative costs. There are no any other exceptions. That those monies raised go directly to the persons that we serve. Any money that is donated to Mosaic and Western Iowa goes to the persons that we serve. So that is such a critical part to our consistent our ability to be consistent and to meet the needs of those we serve. So that I'm still working to bring in funds. My end of my fiscal year is June 30th. We still have some other bases to cover, but I want to say big thank you to all who were able to attend that event, all who wanted to attend the event but weren't able to, all of those who have a special place in their heart for Mosaic in Western Iowa. It was a great turnout. It was a great event, and you just warmed my heart. So thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate all the effort that those who attended put into that event.
One of the things that is, I don't know if surprising is the right word, but eye-opening, I think is a better word, is when you talk about some of the things that these folks can use, and you're starting to hear just the basic of necessities that they need and they need help getting, and things that we take for granted. And that's some of the things that you're able to provide for them.
Exactly. So your donations, they go to help them just live life, period. We've had requests this year for things such as personal hygiene items. Who would have ever thought that you would have to request, you would have a need to provide your own personal hygiene items? We just kind of take that for granted that it's going to happen. But, we've gotten those requests. We've gotten requests for persons served who have gotten in arrears with their utilities, and through no fault of their own, just money is not stretching as far as it used to stretch. And so they have a great track record. This is new for them. This is new, not being able to provide and take care of their own needs. And so if we get a request, we'll step in and we'll offer some assistance. And so, because, Mosaic and Western Iowa, we have two programs. We have the Mosaic at Home program, which is our host home program where our person served comes and lives with you. But we also have the program, it's called intermittent services or supportive services, where our person serves typically live on their own. And we provide services as far as money management, helping to pay your bills, just anything that you would need in order to run your household. And so when you are and typically our person served in that program, they work outside the home. And so for them to be self-sufficient all these years and then all of a sudden are facing this uncertainty, we can offer some help. We can offer some stability for our person served. And that's where all of the greatness and the partnerships, the relationships, those who love and care for Mosaic, that's where you all come in, not only through your donations, but also through your volunteer efforts. So we receive a lot of gifts for our person served, and all of that makes a difference. It all makes a difference. I've picked up all kind of supplies from blankets to cozies to utensils, cups, saucers. All of that is beneficial to those that we serve. So I thank the community for their partnership with Mosaic and Western Iowa, and with me in particular.
You do get all over Western Iowa and Southwest Iowa. Are there any roads you haven't been on yet?
You know what? I am so proud of myself when I could figure out where I am in Western Iowa. I did get thrown for a loop right outside of Dow City. That highway, I want to say 37, was closed, and heading to Denison. And so I was little concerned that day, but I made it through. I made it through. So it's really fun for me to be out on the roads and actually know where I'm at. And I'm like, oh, I've seen that before. Okay. And then I also try to make sure that on my way back, when I'm returning home, I stop at in a couple of the small towns and make a purchase. Because it's a small town, it's a small business. Go in there and make a purchase. So I especially around Christmas time, because all of the decor is just beautiful. So I make sure that I stop in different cities along the way, Dunlap, Dow City, to make sure that I make a purchase in that community, because they are donating to Mosaic, and I want to make sure that I give back to that community as well.
I don't know the exact number. I should know it, but I do know that there's well over 900 incorporated communities around the state of Iowa. That doesn't even
Yes.
count the unincorporated ones.
Yes.
And in all of these small towns are people who are just living their life.
Mm-hmm.
It's typically a quieter life, because
Mm-hmm.
there is very little that is quieter than nighttime in a small town. I grew up in one, so I know all
Exactly.
about that. But I'm encouraged by you saying that, hey, we need to make sure that we're taking care of these local businesses
Mm-hmm.
that are out there too, because they're the ones that keep a community vibrant. Without these stores, without these services that happen in all of these small communities, and yours included, towns die. They're not able to
Exactly.
survive. And kudos to you for being such a huge part of making sure that those communities can still stay together.
I personally try to make sure that Tammy does things to make sure that she gives back to the communities in which she serves, but also for Mosaic, when we have different events, I go make sure that we go to our local vendors and either rent a facility in the local area, or purchase the food, the beverages from the local community, so that we know that we appreciate our relationship in that community. We want to be a vital part of that community, and we want them to know that we appreciate all that they do, because you're right, the small businesses are what keep the communities alive and thriving, and we want to make sure that we're a part of that in each of the communities that we touch in particular. So yeah,
Many
I
times that the clients that you help serve, they've had family members that have been taking care of them. And I mean, I can think of a family back in the little town that I grew up in, which at the time had a little over 100 people. There was a lady that lived there, and I knew the family that she would have been one of the clients that you help. And yeah, they're everywhere. And the fact that you're out there doing that, I think, is just wonderful. How do people find you? How do they know that your services are there, that they can be able to utilize them?
So you could go to mosaicinfo.org, but you also have to pick the location, Western Iowa. So then you'll get to me in particular. So, because as you know, Mosaic is nationwide, and we're actually international. So we do have a agency in Tanzania, and so we are expanding our services continuously. So we have a lot of agencies. Matter of fact, there's about 5 of us in Iowa, because Iowa is so big. So you have to definitely choose the location in which you are interested in, or you want to know more about. And so we are Mosaic in Western Iowa. My agency territory goes from Council Bluffs to Denison, and now we're about to go into Sioux City. So we're actively beginning cultivation efforts in that town, that area, beginning this July. So we just want to make sure that we are able to not only serve people in those communities, but honor their requests. One of the reasons that we're moving into Sioux City is because a family there wants their loved one to move closer to them. And so right now their loved one is in, I want to say, South Dakota area, but they want to move them closer to them. So we need to cultivate that area. We need to find host home families in the Sioux City area. We need to find persons who want to be served by Mosaic in Sioux City. But we definitely, one of the things that spurred us was that this family was like, we just want him closer to us. And so that's where we're going to go next, and go, our cultivation efforts will be there. So we just
Have
want to make sure that we are meeting the needs of everyone that we serve.
Have you begun that process? Have you gotten any feedback from some of the community leaders in Sioux City of how that's being done?
We have, I have, as a Rotarian, I've gone to the Rotary meetings up in Sioux City. We have quite a few donors in that area. And so we're actively beginning the process of meeting with different persons in the community. We've joined their Chamber of Commerce, which is very, very helpful to us as far as getting us out into the community and letting folks know that we're there. We have people served in the area, and then we have donors in the area. So now we're just going to start connecting the dots and letting them know, hey, we are here and we're able to serve in your community as well.
Some wonderful work that
Yes.
you and your
Yes.
organization is doing.
Yes.
And we're very grateful that this service is available to Southwest Iowa, Western Iowa, and now even beyond, as you said, that you're national and international.
Mhm.
So it's good that you are in the right position, because I can tell that they made a good choice by putting you where you're at. And
Oh,
I'm
thank you. Thank
very,
you.
very happy that we can help just do our little small part to spread the word.
You do a great part for me. This opportunity is monumental in getting out and sharing about Mosaic in Western Iowa. Is broadening my voice so that people can get in touch with me in particular, or they can just learn about what Mosaic and Western Iowa in specifically. But I want to give you kudos because you have purposefully interview persons other than myself who work for Mosaic in Western Iowa. You were over at the Bayless Park, and my
Yep.
coworker Michelle Lillard was there to talk about a Mosaic in Western Iowa. She actually is the person who is in charge of community outreach, but also when you have someone who's interested in being a host home provider or interested in being served by Mosaic, you would meet with her. So she's our community outreach and coordinator. You also met with Wendy Height, who is our manager over our homegrown program right out of there, Avenue L, who is our intermittent services. And so I appreciate you recognizing that Mosaic is bigger than me, and that you make sure that we have a voice whenever you're around. I appreciate that. So thank
Well,
you. That's kudos to you.
that's why I'm here. And anytime that you need some just another conduit to be able to get your voice out there, you just let me know and we'll be talking. So very grateful for everything. She is Tammy Francisco, Mosaic in Western Iowa. And we look forward to the next time we get to chat again. Tammy, we
Right.
just hope that you have a wonderful week and enjoy the weather.
All right. Thank you so much. And I'll talk to you soon, Todd.
If you need precision metal fabrication done right, look no further than Foxco Fabrication in Council Bluffs. From custom welding to large-scale manufacturing, they bring your ideas to life with expert craftsmanship and cutting-edge technology. Whether it's industrial, commercial, or custom fabrication, they get the job done on time and built to last. Locally owned, and they are proudly made right here in Southwest Iowa. Go to foxcofab.com to see all of the projects that they work on, and maybe you need some marketing materials like mugs or cups or coasters. They do all of that as well. So again, foxcofab.com is the website. If you have a leak, clogged drain, or planning a big remodel, Waldstein Plumbing in Council Bluffs has you covered. Fast, reliable service and expert craftsmanship, handling everything from small repairs to major installations. Locally owned and trusted, they take pride in doing the job right the first time. Residential or commercial, big or small, when plumbing problems strike, call Waldstein Plumbing. Visit waldsteinplumbing.com for a free estimate. That is it for today's show. We've made it to the middle of the week already, and it's all downhill from here, but that's a good thing, right? My name's Todd Studer. We'll see you back here again tomorrow morning.